first time on the group as well. So, Deena, that was really a good connection. And it turns out, Prasanna, we have relatives. We related in a way, Dr. Deena and I.
Yeah. We're sort of related through family.
We related through family. So imagine my cousin is related to his uncle's side, the family, and my mom, my aunt, and my dad side, all of them are related to that side. So in a way, we like family.
I'm afraid I have to mute you all, Sesni, for a few minutes, okay?
Sorry? Oh.
Something has happened with this technical thing. This almost has stopped. Anyway, welcome to the poetry reading with Fatal Bells. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, a place where Fatal Bells, especially a place where poets meet to share their hearts and minds. Today is a Friendship Day, and yes, we entered into August, month of August, where we'll be talking about rest, how important it is to have a rest for a human being, and it's right. After all, physical activity that we do, so that is we have a general theme as this month, like we are dedicate every month as our particular theme. So otherwise, you are all free to read anything you want. So it is an open recital as well. So anyway, Friendship Day. Yeah, let's hear some uh, poems about friendship or those verses or whatever it is. So that dedicates that pays tribute. Right on. Please get a welcome Richard to get started with his this reading session. Richard.
It's an honor to be here among so many good people, so many wonderful poets who never fail to inspire. I would name each of you, but you know that you bring such riches to us, and for that I am ever in your debt. So I have two little poems on friendship. This first one I dedicate to you all. It's called Distant Friends. When you find yourself in that midnight hour, chasing your thoughts through some drowsy bower, distant friends your mind may visit, the searing scene, the love exquisite, while miles seem to separate, and likewise time berate. No convincing heart will confess, berate such closeness, will always find this surely blessed. Bestir to put the pen to work, testing, trace the tale, miles and tempests shirk, in hearts that know no distance for yearning work, in hearts where passion's fires are burning, lay you on that lonely night still turning, filled with love and friendship bright. When next we speak, we will confide all the love and need inside, heartfelt warmth and passion plenty, all that and yet tonight my hand is empty. And then this little one, it's called My Friend. They've carried me aloft, my dear friends have, brazen, crazy, scoffed. My friends have given me a ride, they've slept in the woods with me, beside me. My friends have given me a job, and cheerily have they my pockets robbed. My friends have shared with me their music, otherwise I might surely have never chosen it. My friends have joined me in my swimming, in my losing, in my winning. They've played an awful prank, and yet stood beside me when my boat sank. My friends have left me in the lurch and joined me when sometimes I visit church. My friends committed comedy with me and chased me round up high in a tree. My friends have helped me paint a room and drove away all my gloom. They served their finest dish and bid me, please make a wish. Drunk my fresh rat soup and sailed me in their sloop, surprised me with a party and chided me for being arty. Joined me in my studies when my boots were damp and muddy. Argued with my politics, or when I'm too serious, played their little tricks. Traveled with me come what may, stood beside me at the ocean side at break of day, joined me in a volcanic bath and chided me when I couldn't help but laugh. They got a lark, tossed me in the sea, and yet without them, what would I be? Thank you, my friends. An honor to be with you.
You got a beautiful friends, group of beautiful friends, I would say that, Richard. And thank you for being part of this, and you're being a friend of all of us. Give it up for Richard. Please welcome Dr. Deena Padayachee.
Right. Sorry about that. A bit of a glitch with the mouse. I always start with a little quotation, and this one goes like this. The concept of God is used by the devil to create devils. Okay, the poem is called Sharks. Now, I wrote this many years ago, and the reason I wrote it was because all around me I saw people masquerading as something else. They pretended to be one thing, but actually they were something else. So the poem Sharks goes like this. Sharks suit up as salmon. Crocodiles croak like frogs. Hyenas scamper like squirrels. Bulldogs snuggle like Labradors. Vipers glide like grass snakes. Vultures tweet like sparrows. Conniving capitalists masquerade as communists, cloak themselves with cheap talk about Marx, yet live the life of tycoons. They pretend to love the indigent and the poor, while they happily steal from them. Enemies of the people masquerade as their leaders. They turn their people into criminals. They send the young to invade foreign lands, foreign homes, and destroy foreign families. They bring devastation upon other people's countries and eventually upon their own. Offensive ogres masquerade as civil servants, arrogant, acerbic, drunk with power. The irresponsible, unthinking ones refuse to empathize, refuse to listen, refuse to help, refuse to reduce the misery in the country. Sadists, they destroy their own people, they destroy their own countries. Beastly bureaucrats masquerade as health workers. They assume the mantle of Mother Teresa, but they don't care a jot about the pain of the patients. Foul fiends masquerade as healers. The foul beings enjoy abusing the ailing, the caring nurses, the dedicated physicians. They enjoy their power, their capacity to torment. They cause those better than themselves stress, pain, and suffering. Fearsome felons feign to be police, pretend to be police, prey on hapless citizens, nurture drug dealers, steal from the motorist, torment the innocent. Greedy, mendacious thieves masquerade as lawyers, as Gandhis, Mandelas, and Tambos, but they behave unethically, lawlessly. They prey on the impoverished people like cannibals, pretend to be professional to those who come to them in great anguish, brutally add to their clients' distress, use bad laws to steal their clients' money. Justice systems pretend to be about justice, but nourish drug dealers and the venal. Is there any hope for these countries? The ingenuous are duped, the gullible, brainwashed are grist for the mill. The lemmings hurl themselves over the cliffs. Ceaselessly, the demonic dance of the sharks grinds their countries into the dust. Unremittingly, the devilish dance of the predators crushes the life out of the citizens. Sharks suit up as salmon. Crocodiles croak like frogs. Hyenas scamper like squirrels. Bulldogs snuggle like Labradors. Vipers glide like grass snakes. Vultures tweet like sparrows. I thank you.
We thank you, sir. We thank you for this reading out your poem. Just says a lot. You know, action and pretension, act and pretend. You know, you cannot believe anyone. So there is something that you mentioned in the veil of, in the garb of something, goodness, maybe.
Yeah.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Dr. Deena Padayachee. Please welcome Dr. Sesni.
Namaste, everyone. Namaskar. I've just got a very short poem, and happy Friendship Week to everyone. Thank you for being my friends here and friends from afar. And thanks for all the lovely poems you share. So it's on meditation, and this was inspired by Debendra's poem last week. So it's meditation. When I close my eyes, I connect with you. In that stillness, I know it's right. I know we can all benefit. If only more could awaken, become enlightened, stand in awe and wonder of you. I will try to awaken as many as I can, anywhere, anytime. I long to meditate, to feel the sacred, to bask in the divine. It feels sacred. It feels divine. It feels like home. And once I've shown you the benefits, I left the beginning. May we meet in the silence, in the stillness. May our hearts and minds connect with the divine. Namaste. Thank you.
It feels sacred and it feels divine, undoubtedly. Dr. Sesni, please give me a round of applause and thank you for your work and congratulations for your new venture. You're taking out a book on psychology. Please give it up for Dr. Sesni and please welcome Janet Tai. Janet, please unmute your mic.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, I have a poem here that I wrote this year. It has something to do with the characteristics of my nature, my characteristics as a person. Okay, title is Stay Humble, Be Kind. This is the motto I have been living by since I became an adult. I have a great sense of humor and only think of the good in people. I thrive in being happy and to lend a helping hand whenever I can. I am very easy to get along to, and this can be a disadvantage. People tend to take advantage of my kindness, knowing I find it difficult to say no. As I got more mature, I knew better. I still remain humble when being complimented, and I learned to discern who I should help. I will always try to emulate the traits of Jesus Christ. Right. That's my poem.
Beautiful, short and sweet, very positive one. Please give a round of
Thank you.
applause, madam. That was Janet Thai.
Yeah.
Please welcome Mr. Devendra KC.
Namaste and good evening all from Nepal. Happy Friendship Week. I have a small poem about वो जो मेरा हो न सका वो जो मेरा हो न सका She who could not be mine. She who could not be mine brought me always in a day of sunshine. When following any kinds of sorrow in my life, a person who were there to support, stand by. She were my mentor and a power of efficienter. When I had no way out, she were path inventor. When all were watching me, passing through thunders and storms, a pair of hands were always there to save me like miracles of drones. When some were biting and chewing me with their painful words, a whisper like flowers was always there beside me to subside their voice of like swords. She who could not be mine is always in my mind. Why she were so kind? What were the causes to make us bind? She wiped me my tears. She removed my fears. In fact, who are our nears and dears? The one who knows, suffers and bears. She who could not be of mine. Why she were so kind? She remained as my beloved goddess. I presumed her, she were the real hero of my race. I know life is a struggle, but could not find the answer why she supported. Maybe it's because of the God's grace. Maybe it's because of the God's grace. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, so life is a struggle, and I like your reading, very smooth and very calm. Thank you for sharing your lines, Dr. Devendra KC. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please, Mr. Pran Basak. Mr. Pran Basak.
Good evening. Namaste. Good evening.
Good evening.
All poets are now we are friends. All poets are friends. Friendship week. We are welcome. All poets and our dear friends. Thank you, Prasanna K. Kumar, for inviting me, reading my poems. Today, I want to read one small English poem and my one in Bangla. Bangla is my mother tongue. That's why I want to read one of my Bangla poems. First is, the title of the poem is The Designated Time. Another year falls off from the designated time, now replacing darkness with the dense black hole. Someone sends the WhatsApp message, Happy New Year. The light finds more light. The yesterday seems only in the picture. The lyrics that run from line to line brings the music. It is far from the distance far. The mesmerizing darkness comes out. I cannot hold your hands no more. It melts, it absorbs, it flies far, far away towards the universe of the stars. Thank you. Now I want to read one of my Bangla poem. Just yesterday I have written, ফুল নেই ভুল নেই, কোথাও কোনো ফুল নেই, তোমাকে কোন ফুল দেব তবে, সব ঘ্রাণ চুরি হয়ে গেছে, সামালকে দেবে। শেষ রাতে হিম পড়েছিল বেশ, শেষ রাতে হুহু বাতাস শীষ দিয়েছিল দূরে, শেষ রাতে মৃত মানুষ জেগে ওঠে আত্মবোধে। কোথাও কোনো ভুল নেই, তোমাকে ভুলের মাসুল গুনতে হবে না বন্ধু, সব ফুলগুলো কেউ বুঝি ইরেজার ঘষে তুলেছে। শেষ রাতে ঘাম ঝরেছিল বেশ, শেষ রাতে জেগে বসে নৈশব্দে নিটল শরীর, শেষ রাতে তুমি কোন টানে নিভৃতে উঠোন পেরিয়ে যাও। Thank you for listening my poetry. Many, many thanks to all. Thank you.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for reading out and thank you for coming and thank you for celebrating Friendship Day with us. So today is special, my dear friends. Please give it up and please welcome Ronnie Tucker.
Well, I got like, I guess 2 poems I'm gonna read, and one of them I wrote with a friend of mine, and it's on Friendship Day, and I figured I'll read it last because this first one's kind of a downer, and then I could leave with a happy note. All right, this was called I kind of been writing. I've been kind of lonely, and I have been on depression messing. My doctor put me on, so I kind of been writing some dark stuff here and there. It's called The Fatality of It All. I have pissed away so much of my life with the struggle of my inner demons, who has controlled me for so long, a lifetime wasted, as I have tasted the madness that has lived inside of me. Even though I was not in control, I have felt through the years of constant turmoil. I have lost my mortal soul, battling my inner addictions that has constantly plagued me. Let me put my glasses on. I can't really see it. The voices in my head who say, do it, do it. With no regrets, I have abused myself over and over again. At first, it was to be a part of the crowd, but then there was no excuse for the abuse. Only me and my demons that live inside of me, I am tainted and lost. Only my body has paid the true cost. I am but a fraction of what I could have been. I am the only one to answer for it in the end. The retribution is coming, and I know it will not end well. For my life on earth has been in my living hell. I have drank from the bitter well for far too long, and now I must pay the price for the consequences. I ask no mercy, and none shall be given. I went down the path I made freely, just to taste the poison from the poison stream. My body has weakened over the passing years. I have almost died so many times. Last year was the awakening when I had my heart surgery, but it was far too late. The damage was done for far too long. I had a reprieve, but it's only for a little while. My body is broken and it can't be repaired. So many years I have wasted. As I look back, I wonder if I could have took a different path. But deep down, I know I couldn't change what has happened. That is the sad fatality of it all. I just hope when I pass to the other side, I will be whole again and find the peace of mind that I never had. I don't want no one to mourn me because I did these things to myself. Now, this is the end on a happy note. I wrote this with a friend of mine, and she's posting it today. It's about our friendship. It's called Heartstrings by Divya Basu and Ronnie Tucker. This is her part here. The echoes of our hearts remain alive. Centuries come and declare our true emotions. For joys, sadness, sharing moments will thrive as days grow older and pass by. You know me better, what caused me to smile, since you are the golden key, you are the golden daffodils. The sunshine, the singing bee, you drench me with your sweet words, splashing like rain. You are my ultimate happiness. You are the angel who survives me. Now, this is my part. The essence of and the bond we share is a lasting connection that will be a lifetime. Through the ups and downs, the sad times and the bad ones, we are eternal. Just to see you smile is magic in my eyes. To read your poetry is the breath of sunshine, so pure and so beautiful. Your words are deeply felt and your heart is so pure. Our link is a blessing that no one can ignore. For our hearts are entwined as one, something that will last for eternity. Through the friendship we share, our bond will never be broken. Thank you, President.
We are all eternal. We are all eternal. Look at the people, look at the places, look at the scenery around, and you could find you got a long way to go, Richard, I must say. So there is no point of regret. You could just enjoy the breeze and enjoy the rivers and enjoy poetry, enjoy the company of words. Okay, that was Richard. That was Ronnie. Please give it up for Ronnie. He joined us after a long gap. I could listen some whispers wafting around. So please welcome Whisper Poet.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. I know Friendship Day might seem like a time when it wouldn't be necessarily intuitive to write a poem about the terrible things that happen when we wage war on each other. But I think maybe Friendship Day is the best way and the best day for that, to set aside our issues with each other and come together. I initially wrote this about the war in Ukraine and its effects on children, but it applies to any situation where there is armed conflict. This is called Brothers in Arms. Oh, the rockets on the tanks go thundering down, pounding down, firing rounds Tonight on a continent across the world from where I rest comfortably in my bed, there are two little boys. They are not brothers. They are brothers in arms. We judge situational friendships to be somewhat less, but what happens when your situational friend is the only friend you have in the entire world? Alexei hasn't seen his mother since the night their apartment was blown apart by DPRK missiles. DPRK, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What does DPRK mean to me or to you? What does it mean to him? What does that parentless child need to know besides the fact that his new friend is the only person he knows? They are trauma bonded, next of kin by virtue of political sin, huddled together, hiding from predators, walking the streets behind a dumpster half flattened with chunks of concrete larger than cars, hugging for heat, hugging because we need contact when the world no longer makes sense on a piece of torn cardboard, the only padding from the rubble-strewn ground. The smell is burned dirt and something metallic that clogs the back of the throat. It is almost enough to quell the gnawing hunger in their stomachs. Tomorrow, they will have to find food and water. They sleep fitfully without resting, fearful of being found, fearful of being lost, afraid to wonder what any of this means. And the tanks roll by incessantly in a grisly lullaby in their dreams. One child, two child, three child, four. Why is even one child acceptable damage? Have the fruits of our loins become worth so little that it's okay for them to be used as pawns on a chessboard of political ideology? Except there is no winner in this hideous game. The news says there are between 30,000 and 300,000 displaced children at this playground of horrors. Displaced. Such a tidy little word for the purpose of rational discussion. Displacement, disruption. We need a resurrection. Would God be willing to fix the aftermath of this hideous insurrection of hate and greed that has sucked the life from an entire country of children if we promise to be good? Don't worry, say the politicos. Kids are resilient. Send over some crayons and coloring books for art therapy. And they may be breathing, but they haven't survived this. We have perpetrated the death of their hearts. 30,000 to 300,000 strong, and you can't Reiki the heart chakra of the living dead. Starlight, starbright, this pile of rubble they see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might give them the wish they wish tonight, that they have their parents back, that their homes are not destroyed, that they can go to school again, that they can bicker with other boys about whose bike is faster. But we were too greedy. We were too unwilling to give grace, too unwilling to decide that resolution was the only possible solution. It takes effort to understand. It takes work to compromise and reach a common ground. So much easier to fall into anger and hatred, and innocence was too sweet a candy not to be sucked into gray by evil. It was easier to destroy a country and cut families apart like an apple on the counter of the kitchen of politics, but the fallout is the apple seeds falling to the floor to be swept away and out the door into a cruel world that does not care or understand that these are fragile. We are throwing away pieces of our future, the children. We are crushing them under the tracks of the tanks. The news says 30,000 to 300,000 children have been impacted by the war in Ukraine. And I don't care about the power of 10. I care about the power of when. When will we make them safe? How can we make them whole? Where can we point to a soft landing when the only ground is the quicksand that formed from the piles of rubble they tried to whitewash with the sludge of political ideology created by pedagogues with PhDs in demonology? This gridlock is made of steel and reinforced with the actions of men who have no compunction for the trauma they are inflicting. They huffed and they puffed and they blew the houses down. Grab your suitcases, little boys, fill it with trauma and spent rounds. B-I-N-G-O, bang, bang, run, run, go. Give them earplugs for their ventricles. Send crates of lead aprons to protect baby skin from heavy metal tears. Send new wagons, because their radio flyers are full of landmines and concrete grounds, the compost of a dead country. They could make Lincoln logs of concrete chunks and mud from mortar rounds and mother's tears and rebuild something if they would just stop fighting. Innocents chemically reacted with tracer fire to form jaded spirits in child bodies with old men's eyes. They play in the rain made of ash and jump rope with shredded flags because home is a pile of rubble. Home is where the heart was. They swallow violence and mayhem for snack while birds perch on piles of debris and sing songs of death and destruction. We have taken humanity's greatest joy, the thing that unites us all, our love of children, and cast a curse made from politics and quid pro quo, from greed and self-exoneration, and birthed a rudderless juggernaut of war devoid of any higher ideal than to push a button. We have made our babies into a first-person shooter game in a war fueled by a video revolution where everyone spectates and no one does a goddamn thing to stop this madness. There is no winner because children are dying and starving and they're cold and scared and hiding on cardboard behind dumpsters filled with chunks of building, hugging another child whose name he would never know if we were better humans. Their future's so bright, they gotta wear shades when the explosives rain down. Hush, little baby. Don't be afraid. It's all going to be okay because I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. An army of the dead to greet the rising sun.
My God, Wishware, you have touched the hearts and you have raised your voice. There is no whisper, but the Wishware has given his voice. Anybody would like to react? If you want to react, please.
Wonderful, Whisper. Just an incredible, heartfelt performance. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking for the children.
Thank you so much for allowing me to read such a emotionally charged piece. I appreciate the space.
It's deeply emotionally charged, and you transmitted it so much into us because, it's such a heart-wrenching experience, especially when you talk about the children, dear Whisper. And then the last line, the punchline, the army of the dead meeting the sun. You have condensed it so well, so powerful, because it comes from the genuine outpouring of a poet, who is so saddened by the state of affairs. We join you, dear. Let us pray for peace. Thank you.
Namaste.
You raised a very valid point of situational friendship. Situational friendship.
Yeah, it's very
Raising a destruction, a resurrection.
Yeah.
What matters? Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, it's a very touching one, and your poem is packed with emotions, fear, concern, understanding, and especially love for the innocent children, the kids, lovely kids. It was really I felt so bad to listen to you, and your rendition was really good, Whisper.
Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you, Vishwa. Thank you, and your praise will be heard. Then definitely, one day we'll see, joys and smiles, and the water will subside. Thank you, Vishwa, and please give it up for Vishwa, and please welcome first time joining us with on Fertile John Michael. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. First off, I'd like to thank Rick for inviting me here today. It is an honor to be here amongst such beautiful souls and fellow writers. I have a new piece that I wrote last night, actually just a couple hours ago. This one is called Blood of My Soul. I stare down the barrel of this blank page. My emotion, gunpowder, and charge. These thoughts, a quill dipped in a well of darkness, and spells will be cast, tattooed by the blood of my soul. I find myself alone every night, this overactive mind observing the constraints of time. I blink my eyes, 3 hours go by, and I'm wandering, searching every brick and curve of this maze I built as a child, a safe place to hide, but would only divide me inside, becoming trapped from the outside world. I remember I once told someone close to me that I was afraid of the world. They laughed, said they'd think less of me as a person, and I laughed back, said I was kidding, and once again, driven back into my hole of darkness, my only solace. You see, I've built these little worlds to protect myself. Several different movies that play all day, and people say I'm a dreamer. Others would say I'm insane, while doctors would medicate me a zombie. These moments would haunt me throughout my life. And only at night could I finally breathe once more as the world slept and the earth lay quiet again. Gazing at my stars, whispering secrets in the breeze, praying they would return to me one day so I could remember the gold of youth. Moments escape us so quickly. Time slips through the hourglass, and loss becomes a frequent visitor we call grief. Belief slips away as the tide changes and we watch our dreams wash away. We try to swim, we sink, drown, and the spiral continues down. Rock bottom seems so familiar after a while. Fight or flight, our own denial, standing trial, a plea for survival. But the gavel falls hard on self-judgment, and life is sentenced to suffering. Yet the movie plays on, and choices are made. And I continued to fade into my own shadow, lost to the shade of light. I knew my breaths were numbered. Death would succumb me. I saw the warnings, but hope was just another word for help that was always ignored. I just couldn't do it anymore. Breathing a lifeless breath while waiting for eternal rest. My shell, once filled, lay empty, and there was no place left to go. It was time to burn my world down, not knowing if I would remain, if a new seed of growth would sprout. The fire blazed, my demons raged. For 3 days I saw my past through the devil's eyes, till my white flag was raised. It was time to let go, and a new day had risen. Some say the cost of wisdom is suffering, and I paid 48 years. Grateful, humbled for the path I chose. And now a moment is just a moment, a blessing, a new sunrise and sunset, a wildflower reminded of the breeze as those secrets return to me. Gold once more in the hue of my inner child. Thank you for having me today. It's been an honor to read for you.
Such an honor to have you, sir. What a deep poem that you have presented, and at this time will pause on very deep reflections. Please give it up for John Michael. Thank you for joining, and we look forward your joining. Coming weeks. You should carry on a
Thank
journey
you.
with us. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Such a lovely presentation. Please, I think I could just yeah. Uh, Please welcome Miss Mehzabeen Hussain.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. So today's poem is titled The First Water After. So this poem speaks of a kind of intimacy that we don't talk about much, where care, according to me, is the deepest form of intimacy rather than desire. So this poem is about the first bath after childbirth. The first water after. Some nights, love is a religion, and we enter barefoot. He lights the candle not to worship, but to watch the shadows that gather at my feet. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry, I'll just put on the charger. I'll start again. The first water after. Some nights, love is a religion, and we enter barefoot. He lights the candle not for worship, but to watch the shadows gather at my feet. The copper bowl waits, steam rising like a secret exhaled. He wrings the towel slowly as if wringing out time. Tonight, it is not sandal or neroli, nor my usual Nargis shower gel from Forest Essentials, but neem, eucalyptus leaves, a cap full of Dettol, and the salt of survival. He doesn't touch me to claim, he touches to care for who I was, for who I became, for who I am now. He opens my maternity pants not as something ugly, not as something, but rather as something sacred that has held me together. My shoulders bear themselves in surrender, not to desire, but to trust. And when he reaches the long red smile across my belly, he does not flinch. His fingers become prayer. The silence between us is clothed in reverence. Some call it care, I call it foreplay. The soul, too, has its own buttons, each one to be undone by a trembling hand, each pain wants to be held gently. And when he kneels to wash the blood-stained crease between my thighs. He asks nothing except if I can bear to be touched again. I nod, and I let my breath fall into his, like a poem passed between believers. We do not speak as he pours water over my head, and I let myself be bathed as a human again. The language here is a ritual: the bowl, the towel, the weight, the fire. And when I arch, not in climax, but in ache, relief, remembrance, when my tears leave me not as sound but as an offering, he holds them between his lips as though they were sacred. And I fall in love once again with him and with myself. Thank you, everyone.
Each pain wanted to be held gently. What a brilliant expressions that you put in, Mehzabeen. You always, give us a moment to ponder over. Please give it up for Mehzabeen. So, Miss Mehzabeen Hussain, please, my dear friends. Please welcome Miss Ambika Ananth. Miss Ambika Ananth, ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Yeah, I did. Hello, everybody. Happy Friendship Day to all of you. And it's a wonderful evening to connect. But it was such a poignant and painful poetry we have heard now, and which was heart-wrenching, but wonderful, because poets, they're absolutely responsible and they're social influencers. They need to write such poetry. Wonderful. Thankful. So now it is monsoon, so my poem talks about rain, and the title is Dancing Drops. Dancing drops, like snapped pearls from the eternal celestial strings, the shiny droplets race down in one great rapture. Like snapped pearls from the eternal celestial strings, the shiny droplets race down in one great rapture, dancing to the percussion of thunders, rolling and rumbling. Each drop becomes a dancing musical note. Each drop becomes a dancing musical note, tracing its way into Earth's expectant soil. Each drop becomes a dancing musical note, tracing its way into Earth's expectant soil, to release the symphony of earthy, fragrant scent. Covered in puddles of moist joy, covered in puddles of moist joy, the wet earth sprouts goose flesh. Covered in puddles of moist joy, the wet earth sprouts goose flesh of lush green smiles, as she feels inside the gentle pushing of eagerly opening seeds, as she feels inside the gentle pushing of eagerly opening seeds. There is always joy and cheer in the falling rain, as tender secrets and memories are revived, spreading sweet coolness into the yearning hearts. Rain continues its dance, spreading sweet coolness into the yearning hearts. Rain continues its dance, jingling rhythms in its passionate strings. It flows in nectarine cascades. Jingling rhythms in its passionate streams, it flows in nectarine cascades. When it rains, life springs back to life. When it rains, life springs back to life. Thank you all.
Exactly, ma'am. When it rains, life brings back to the life. Beautifully explained, beautifully read out. We got, let us see, I think I could just share a video by it if you could, if you just, I could just play it around, maybe I'll try. We had a small gathering last week So I'll just try to play it up. So that was the small program on behalf of Fertile Brains Conference of Poetic Resonance, where we had Shobha Deshpande ma'am, Padma ma'am were part of it, and some other as well. It was a nice gathering. So I hope you all enjoy this video bite, and we'll be looking forward to have more of these kind on physical note. Please welcome Miss Padma ma'am, Setaluri Padma.
Yeah, thank you, Prasanna, for inviting me. Happy Friendship Day, dear friends. Yeah, the title of my poem is You Need One. Sometimes we are surrounded by hundreds of people, but sometimes we think we need at least one person, definitely. So based on that, I just wrote this. In this magnanimous world, you need one. Hold not hundreds of people who shun. You need one person who listens to you. You need one with who you say things true. When your mind is engulfed with gloom, when you trod the road alone in doom, and when emptiness surrounds you, you need one with who you say things true. In the turbulent state when you stand, find a person who is your helping hand. When you feel sharing is caring, you need one who is loving and daring. In your happy and saddened days, in inevitable and insatiable ways, search someone who becomes solace that brings cheer, peace, and grace. When the whole world is apart, when friends and foes are apart, find someone who becomes your shadow. Find not many, but only one who is duo. Thank you.
Excellent, ma'am. Please give it up for Padma ma'am, please. That was a nice and sooth reading, please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being part of conference of gathering. Up next is Meena Chauhan, Miss Meena Chauhan. Ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Okay. Good evening, Prasanna, and good morning, all my dear friends and poets. So today is Friendship Day. I think मेरे ख्याल से तो फ्रेंडशिप रोज ही मनाते हैं हम, रोज ही बिना फ्रेंड्स के हमारी तो दिन ही नहीं पूरा होता मेरे हिसाब से। तो दोस्ती पे छोटी सी मैंने एक पोएम लिखी है। उससे पहले मैं 4-5 लाइन पढ़ना चाहती हूँ कि हमारी दोस्ती कैसी होनी चाहिए। मेरी जो फीलिंग है, मेरी दोस्ती में जान हो, अभिमान नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में जान हो, अभिमान नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में प्यार हो, व्यापार नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में प्यार हो, व्यापार नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में खुशी हो, उदासी नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में लम्हे हो, शिकवा नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में लम्हे हो, शिकवा नहीं। मेरी दोस्ती में विश्वास हो परिघात नहीं, मेरी दोस्ती में विश्वास हो परिघात नहीं, मेरी दोस्ती में अपनापन हो अपमान नहीं, मेरी दोस्ती में अपनापन हो अपमान नहीं, मेरी दोस्ती बस यूं ही हो, मेरी दोस्ती बस यूं ही हो, कोई वजह नहीं। ये तो मेरी दोस्ती का है। और दोस्ती पे मैंने बहुत पहले एक पोएम लिखी थी जो छपी भी है, तो मैं पढ़ती हूँ। दोस्ती। कुछ पल की बातें कैसे दोस्ती में बदल गई पता ही नहीं चला। ये दोस्त जब हम तुम साथ होते हैं, कब सुबह से शाम हुआ पता ही नहीं चला। ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है, छोटी हो बड़ी बात, खुशी हो या गम की बात, सब मैं तुम्हें बताती। कभी मैं तुम्हें समझाती, कभी तुम मुझे समझाती। ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है। पुरानी बातें करके हंसते, फिर कहते क्या वो, कभी खट्टी तो कभी मीठी बातें। जब हम दो दोस्त साथ होते, दुनिया चिढ़ जाती। ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है। जब दोस्त की बातें किसी और के सुनने को मिलता, मन उदास हो जाता। बस इतना समझ लो, अनमोल हिस्सा है दोस्ती। ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है। ये दोस्ती जिस गम से आंख भर आए, ये दोस्त जिस गम से आंख भर आए, वो गम भी मुझे बताना। ये दोस्त जिस गम से आंखें भर आए, वो गम भी मुझे बताना। दोस्त वो है जो बिना कहे समझ लेता है हर बात। दोस्त वो है जो बिना कहे समझ लेता है हर बात। दोस्त वो है जो थामे रखता है हाथ, जिसे कोई बात समझानी नहीं पड़ती, जिसे कोई बात समझानी नहीं पड़ती। ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है। एक विश्वास है दोस्ती, एक विश्वास है दोस्ती। दुनिया में अभी रिश्तों में खास है दोस्ती, दुनिया के सभी रिश्तों में खास है दोस्ती। जीवन में जो खोल दे रस, जीवन में जो घोल दे रस, वो मिठास है दोस्ती। जीवन में जो घोल दे रस, वो मिठास है दोस्ती। ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है, ये दोस्ती कितनी निराली है। छोटी सी बात। चलो,
बहुत खूब मैम, बहुत उम्दा निर्वचन आपने दिया दोस्ती के ऊपर, दोस्ती के बारे में। दोस्ती बहुत खूब, बिना समझाए, बिना बताए दोस्त सब कुछ जान लेता है, तो ये होता है दोस्त। तो बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका पेशकश में, बहुत उम्दा पेशकश जो कहते हैं। प्लीज गिव अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज माय डियर फ्रेंड्स।
थैंक यू प्रसन्ना, थैंक्स।
Thank you, thank you. Please, I was the first one. I mean, like Shobha ma'am was the first one who was, and maybe not later anyone has wished, but then Shobha ma'am early in the morning she wished as a happy Friendship Day. I was just I wasn't knowing until then, but that was Shobha Deshpande ma'am. Please give it please welcome her.
सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड इवनिंग। आज फ्रेंडशिप डे है। आप सबको, जितने भी आपको हमारे फ्रेंड्स है यहाँ पर मौजूद पटल पर, सबको भी हैप्पी फ्रेंडशिप डे। तो यहाँ पर हम छोटे छोटे थोड़ा लिखे हैं। विश्वास करने वाला मित्र, विश्वास करने वाला मित्र जीवन के अंत तक रहता है, वही सखा है। विश्वास करने वाला मित्र जीवन के अंत तक रहता है, वही सखा है। तो यहाँ पर श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन का प्रेम, श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन का प्रेम, गुरु और शिष्य का प्रेम, गुरु और शिष्य का प्रेम, कर्ण और दुर्योधन का, वो दोनों में बहुत दोस्ती थी, कर्ण और दुर्योधन का प्रेम, कृष्ण और सुदामा का अमर प्रेम, कृष्ण और सुदामा का अमर प्रेम, कुत्ते और मालिक की मित्रता, हमारी जान जाने तक वो रखवाली करता है। कुत्ता और मालिक की मित्रता, फूल और माली की मित्रता, फूल और माली की मित्रता, धरती और अंबर की मित्रता, धरती और अंबर की मित्रता, कुएं और बाल्टी की मित्रता, कुएं और बाल्टी की मित्रता, मेघ और धरती की मित्रता, मेघ और धरती की मित्रता, दोशा और चटनी की मित्रता, दोशा और चटनी की मित्रता, रोटी और सब्जी की मित्रता, रोटी और सब्जी की मित्रता, गैस और लाइट की मित्रता, गैस और लाइट की मित्रता, चाकू और सब्जी की मित्रता, चाकू और सब्जी की मित्रता, सदा हमारे दोस्त है, हम इन्हें छोड़ नहीं सकते, प्यार के साथ रहते हैं। तो यहाँ पर और एक थोड़ा सा लिखिए, जीवन में कई तरह के मित्र होते हैं। छुटपन के मित्र, छुटपन के मित्र, सदा हमारे विश्वास करने वाले मित्र, सदा हमें विश्वास करने वाला, हमें डांट कर फटकार करने वाला, हमें डांट कर फटकार करने वाला, टिफिन डब्बा चुरा कर खाने वाला, टिफिन डब्बे चुरा कर खाने वाला, धोखे देने वाला भी होता है, धोखे देने वाला, पीछे बात करने वाला, पीछे बात करने वाला, रेलगाड़ी बस के साथी, रेलगाड़ी बस के दोस्त, कविता करने वाले, हमारे प्रसन्ना जी के जितने भी यहाँ पर पटल पर है सभी दोस्त कविता करने वाले, अपने को तारीफ करने वाले, अपने को तारीफ करने वाले, सदा हमें प्रेम करने वाले, सदा हमें प्रेम करने वाले, मुसीबत को मुसीबत में साथ देने वाला, मुसीबत में साथ देने वाला, हंसी खुशी में साथ देने वाला, हंसी खुशी में साथ देने वाला, दोस्त मिलते ही, दोस्त मिलते ही संजीवनी मिले, संजीवनी मिले वैसा आनंद ही आनंद, आनंद ही आनंद, परमानंद। धन्यवाद। ये जो भी अवसर दिया गया सभी दोस्तों को नमन।
बिल्कुल मैडम, आनंद ही आनंद, परमानंद। या बहुत क्या बोलते हैं उपमा और चटनी के दोस्ती, सब कुछ देश बहुत,
क्योंकि दोषा रहे तो ही चटनी रहती, नहीं तो चटनी आती नहीं अपने पास।
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैं भी मानता हूँ।
सब लोग अलग लिखते, मैं ये अलग लिखे हंसने के लिए।
नहीं नहीं, तो वो तो सही बात है मैम। प्लीज गिव इट अप फॉर या प्लीज वेलकम मृणाल कांति घोष, मिस्टर मृणाल कांति घोष। Sir, please unmute your mic.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Dewy morn, sweet and silent. Distempered dream, the wind is blowing. Pine forests are restless here. The cloudless sky springed in the silent morning. You are looking crazy and beautiful. My next poem. Obscure night, lonely and soundless forest, embrace of beauty. Shadows are gathering in the night. The shapes and sound of the forest are knocking the loneliness clouds, are gathering on the sky. Your marble smiles are charming and beautiful. In the deep night, loneliness blocks I can feel the night when I was lost you for a while. Thank you, President. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining, and thank you for presenting a small and beautiful pieces of poetry. Please give it up for Mr. Mrinal Khanti Ghosh. Please welcome. Or yes, we request no introduction, please, Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur. Ma'am, please unmute your mic. Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur, ma'am.
Good evening, dear friends. It's a wonderful day today. It's Friendship Day. Can you hear me, Prasanna? Because there's something wrong with my.
No, I
don't think you can
please go ahead.
Okay. Today there have been so many very poignant poems read and presented. They're heartrending because there is such a lack of friendship between individuals, between people, between nations, between humanity. And I'm so happy that, poets, if we don't protest, if we don't speak up, if we don't say the things that we have to, and we're able to do it on this forum. And that is what I want to point out. Prasanna, we're very grateful that this is one forum where we can say what we want to. We can speak our mind. And that is what poetry is all about. If we don't carry our voice across, if we don't empower ourselves with poetry. Now today I'm going to read a poem that I wrote about friendship. And first I would like to say that, so many of you I have met physically. One person I know since I was a very young person, and that's Meena Chauhan. I know her since I was 25 years old. And I met Molly Joseph, I met Prasanna. I met so many people. And there are others who I've not physically met, but you are my friends because deep in our heart is where friendship resides. And because friendship is a divine thing, and because God resides in our heart, friendship also resides. And it's the most purest relationship. It expects nothing. A true friend is a person who inspires us in the path of God, shields us from all vices and temptations, intercedes on our behalf, and prays for our spiritual welfare. In Indian cultural stories, we have many, many examples of friendship, not only between, men, but also between men and women, platonic relationships that, and we also are going to celebrate on the 9th of August, we're going to celebrate a festival where it's all about friendship with your brother, and you can tie the thread on the wrist of any person and make him your brother. Mitra, Varuna, Karna, Duryodhana, Krishna, Draupadi. We had our, Deshpande telling you about these. Krishna, Radha, Rama, and Sugriva. Now the story of Krishna and Sudama. My dear friends, this is an ancient Indian story. When the past was hoary, it is a tale of two dear friends, two Mitras. One named Krishna, the other Sudama. One was a king of Dwaraka, and the other a poor temple priest. As children, they were Guru Mitras. Mitras means friends, learning ethics and wisdom in the same Gurukul from the same great teacher. Friendship is beyond blood. It is a story of true love, where all feelings merge, and of pure, unselfish love, there's a heartfelt surge. To the palace of King Krishna went the poor Sudama with a small cloth pouch of puffed rice. Ashamed of his paltry gift, he hid it from his friend's sight, thinking it was not right. Krishna was king. He should gift him a ring made of purest gold. They cannot now be friends like of old. But the all-seeing, all-loving Krishna snatched the pouch and began to munch and rejoice. Puffed rice was Krishna's favorite childhood choice. Seeing this, Sudama begged forgiveness with a choked voice. His eyes soaked in tears, he put aside his fears and embraced his friend Krishna. Never again would he doubt a true friend's love. Peace perched on him like a dove. Then Krishna spoke, Sudama, my dearest friend, friendship transcends all barriers, all doubts, all carnal desires. It is the only visible form of the divine. This is the story of Krishna and Sudama. Sudama and Krishna, friends immortal, whose legend of friendship shows us a glimpse of God. So this is a very, very important story from our culture, and I thought it would be fitting for me to read it out to you so that all of you who are not in India and who don't know this story would come to know about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the work that you all, you do. And yes, the friendship transcends the borders, transcends, transcends, friendship transcends everything. In fact, I would say. But there is a flip side also, like Meena ma'am said, Shobha ma'am said. So it's beautiful. Thank you.
Such
Thank
a
you.
beautiful poem. Such a beautiful poem. Beautifully rendered also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please give it up for Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur, and please welcome Dr. Shwetha Kumari.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, happy Friendship Day to all of you. My poem today is very short. I have come with a short poem. The poem is about the resilience of human spirit after hardship. It speaks of the healing memory and growth. That means how we soften, we remember the things, but still we choose to be happy. So the title of the poem is After Tempest, the songs return softer. We trade again, unburdened, unmasked, though never forget the same narrow path. The Empyrean still looks blue and a star ever shine, yet there is a shift within the spine of time. We laugh again, louder, yet wise. A part of us is cradled by clouds. We evolved gracefully while rooted in ground. Life moves on and we rise anew. And we wake with dreamy eyes in the morning dew. The fire goes out, leaving its mark, its ashes whispers with these shining stars. The time and tide in their steady slow. What we realize or whatever we realize slips through as snow. Though the grief fades with the wise learning, likely resumes in its spine. The soul embraces deep inside. We sing and dance and we drift with grace, yet somehow leaves behind a sacred space. We live, we lose, and still we choose. Yet somehow leaves behind a sacred space. We live, we lose, and still we choose to grow, to sing, to rise, and never to lose. That's all. Thank you.
Excellent. But why your poem is short?
Today,
like you said in the beginning. But yes, wonderful, wonderful. The way it has
I'll
taken.
come with longer poem next time.
The way it has taken. The beautiful, beautiful lines. Please give it up a line. My dear friends, please welcome Miss Sneha Goel.
Thank you for inviting me, Susanna. Happy Friendship Day to all the fellow poets. So today I am going to read my Hindi poem. अपने आप को जो बांध रखा है, थोड़ा मुस्कुराओ ना, खिलखिलाओ ना, गुदगुदाओ ना, अपनी सूरज सी हंसी ओढ़ मंद मंद गाओ ना. अपने आप को जो बांध रखा है, खुले मन से कुछ सुनाओ ना, बाहें फैलाए उत्सुकता दिखाओ ना, दोस्तों संग ठाके तुम भी लगाओ ना, मन की पोटली खोल कुछ किस्से कहानियां सुनाओ ना. अपने आप को जो बांध रखा है, पुरानी बातों को आज भुलाओ ना, बीते दिनों के दुख में अपने आज को न सहमाओ ना, कुछ नए रिश्तों से नाता जोड़ अपने आज को सजाओ ना. अपने आप को जो बांध रखा है. थैंक यू.
बहुत खूब सब कुछ सजावना खिलावना खिलना मुस्कुराना मुस्कुराना वो बहुत खूब बहुत खूब बहुत खूब. After a long gap, please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was very positive poem. Please give a round of applause. Please welcome uh, Dr. Molly Joseph.
Hi friends, dear prisoner. Happy Friendship Day, Roopali ji, everybody. Yes, again we are on this platform. I hope I am audible enough. Am I?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So today being Friendship Day, let me start with a small poem on friendship that I wrote years back when I had just started scribbling. Friendship. My friends and friendships vary. Some friends I keep safe and secure at my memory's sharp edge. No calls, no words, just silence. Silence that glows with warmth at each flicker of reference. I won't pollute that sacred bond with mediation, communication that grows redundant. Yes, I have friends of a different sort. They overwhelm me with eloquence, appropriate and sit upon my time, disarm me with demands, blurt out and bicker, yet cling to me tight through thick and thin. I have another group keeping me at distance. Their surveillance and care blanket me as a fond object to possess. I do come across friendships for namesake, happening casually, taken casually. Yet, I value all these. These bondings spring out from soils soaked and softened, stretching green, tended by cool, refreshing winds and mild showers. That's my take on friendship that I wrote years back. Thank you, dears. Thank you so much.
And it's still making waves, ma'am. Still making waves. I couldn't reason it. Through thick and thin, friend is there always. Thank you. With your poem, I think you just have, said whatever you might do. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
Thank you.
That was on friendship, and thank you for joining, ma'am. Thank you. We had a good turnout today, unlike physical event that we had last week. But that's okay. That's fine. We had a small gathering, but yes, it is very much intellectual and very quality kind of reading we had. Manohar Annam is up next. Manohar, I can't see him. Saraswati Poswal, ma'am.
Hello. Namaskar. Pratikal Adab Salam. Good evening, good afternoon. How are you all doing? Hope you are doing well. Wishing you all very happy Friendship Day to all the entire true friends of the world here. We meet every week. So these are only the true friends. Other friends are like you meet them once in a while, not always. So I count you all to be the real friends, those who listen our words. So my poem goes for them, for you all itself. So एक हिंदी में और एक इंग्लिश में रहेगी मेरे दोनों कविता both okay on friendship. One, Your friendship, your friendship, your friendship taught me the ways of life. Your friendship taught me the ways of life. You picked me, you hugged me, you freshed me. You picked me, you hugged me, you freshed me from all my pains in my veins. You picked me, you hugged me, you freshed my heart from all my pains in my veins. You taught me no expecting from anyone, no expecting from anyone, giving, giving, and giving. Sorry, without excellency. Not expecting, only giving, giving, and giving. This is only life. This is only life. If you are filled with proud, if you are filled with proud, go and beg for food. Go and beg for food, you taught me. You will know what is life. You know what is life. Your friendship taught me what is life. Friendship helps you in lifting your spirit. Friendship helps you in lifting your spirits. Your friends surround you with the positive spirits. Your friends surround you with the positive spirits. When floating in the ship of friendship, when floating in the ship of friendship with the real people, unreal people want to unreal people want to know what is going in your life. Unreal people want to know what is going in your life and they want to laugh. Real friends will never leave you. They will stand with you. Real friends will never leave you. They will stand with you. They are real gems in your life. Keep them safe. Keep them safe in your locker. They are valuable. They are valuable. They are your friends for life. This was my friendship poem for you all. And one another one in Hindi, small one again. दोस्ती दोस्ती होती एक ऐसा रिश्ता दोस्ती होती है एक ऐसा रिश्ता जिसमें सब कुछ अपनापन लगता है दोस्ती होती है एक ऐसा रिश्ता जिसमें सब कुछ अपनापन लगता है जिसकी ना होती कोई परिभाषा जिसकी ना होती कोई परिभाषा प्यार ही प्यार पनपता जाता है प्यार ही प्यार पनपता जाता है दोस्ती के बीच वो अल्हड़पन दोस्ती के बीच वो अल्हड़पन जिसमें छुपा होता है बचपन दोस्ती के बीच वो अल्हड़पन जिसमें छिपा होता है बचपन बातों को बेबाकी से बोलना बातों को बेबाकी से बोलना लेकिन उसमें प्यार झलकता है लेकिन उसमें प्यार झलकता है दोस्ती में होता बराबर एक रिश्ता दोस्ती में होता बराबर का रिश्ता ना छोटा ना कोई बड़ा होता है दोस्ती में होता बराबर का रिश्ता ना कोई छोटा ना बड़ा होता है वक्त पड़ने पर पास होता है वक्त पड़ने पर वही एक पास होता है हृदय के भावों को छू जाता है हृदय के भावों को छू जाता है कहीं कहे हंसा दोस्ती में ना अहम होता है कहे हंसा दोस्ती में ना अहम होता है सौहार्दे का पक्का वो धागा होता है सौहार्दे का पक्का वो धागा होता है बनावटीपन इसमें ना होता बनावटीपन इसमें ना होता सारे जहां की इसमें खुशियां होती हैं सारे जहां की इसमें खुशियां होती है दोस्ती का रिश्ता ही सबसे सच्चा रिश्ता होता है दोस्ती का रिश्ता ही सबसे सच्चा रिश्ता
वैसे ही कहेगा बिल्कुल मैम अब तो सब कुछ बदल रहा है पर पॉजिटिव नोट पर जाते हैं पॉजिटिव नोट पर जाते हैं ठीक है बहुत खूब मैम
नहीं आजकल थोड़ा ग्रेवी हो रहा है लोग थोड़ा
क्योंकि
थोड़ा
बदलते
स्पिरिट ना दोस्ती
बदलते रहे रिश्ते बदल ना
ऑल आर चेंजिंग बट वी शुडंट चेंज ना अपने आप को हमें चेंज नहीं करना है दूसरे हो रहे होना चाहिए चेंज
थैंक यू मैम थैंक यू
so much wishing you all once again thank you so much Kumar ji
thank you ma'am please give it up for Saraswati Miss Saraswati Poswal please welcome
बहुत अच्छी कविता थी सॉरी मैंने पहले बोला नहीं तो आई वाज लिसनिंग टू एवरीवन मेरा माइक बीच में नहीं चल रहा था बट नाउ थैंक यू सो मच थैंक यू
Mr. Manohar Ennam.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Happy friendship to all. My poem, Know My Friend Beyond Reach. To the strange friendship that united us, they are the fragrance without a sweet scent. You called it an acquaintance, I called it a friendship. You misunderstood, I cherished it. Our arguments are ours, our pride belongs to both of us. You left, I waited. You disappeared from sight, I kept you in my eyes. We became distant shores, even from afar. My friendship remained unwavering. You were just an inspiration. I continue as the inspired. You said there were no answer. I molded the emotion. We are questions to each other. The answer to the question without a response is my friendship. You left saying you could not endure. I bear the pain. You left after grieving and making me grave. Afloat in the sea of sorrow, to the friendship you thought had no compassion. My friendship is like a lamp, even the darkest of nights. You fell on the shore unknowingly. I comfort knowingly. You fear the depth, I dive deep. The swirling waters frighten you and me alike. Escaping from the wide pool of water is my friendship. You are the addresses to to the drawn painting. I am the sculpture molded with chisel strokes. You ended with a facial expression. I discovered the inner meaning in the depths. Between us, the hard rock exists. Even the hard rock is melted by my friendship. You could not understand me with anger because I'm in control. You understood. You hid the embarrassed, the fueled the fire. I turn even the fires into rain. Whatever the outcomes, we worried. My friendship enlightens even the worry. Thank you, giving to Grace a great opportunity to express my view on the friendship. Thank you very much. I wish you
Excellent.
all the friendship, all the poets and poetess. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent rendition, excellent rendition, excellent, beautiful. Wow. Please give it up. Friends, spread the fragrance, indeed, no matter what. Wonderful presentation. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Manohar Yannam.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes.
please welcome Shilpi Chowdhury.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shilpi
Thank
Chowdhury.
you, sir. I would like to. Hello.
Go
Hello,
ahead.
am I audible?
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you for the floor. And I would like you to invite me here with all my friends. And of course, I would like to say Happy Friendship Day. Thank you. And my poem is today is not so happy impression as because it's third day I lost my bird who was my child actually. It was a dove, but I loved and he was my best companion. I wrote this poem today and the title of my poem is today is Last Words. Everyone has something to say when they wish to go away, to transform into the powerful ray. I heard it from my father. He said it 2 months ago before his departure. With a very gentle voice, he asked me, "May I go?"
I heard it again from my dove when I was cuddling him on my chest after that terrible accident. A few minutes later, he began to talk with me with his adorable voice, like every day when I used to cuddle him. I was so glad with a bit fear. He was talking so many with my adoration, as if he is getting soon well. Then the darkness appeared with a powerful light. He melted into that keen light, into the powerhouse of this universe, into the profoundness of my burning heart. Thank you. Thank you.
We express sorry at your loss, ma'am, but thank you for being with us on this Friendship Day and reading out your lines. We express a deep,
Thank you. Thank you for kind words for me.
Please give it up for Miss Shilpa Chowdhury, Shilpi Chowdhury. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Miss Satinder Kaur is up next. Please welcome.
Good evening, Prasanna ji, and all the dear friends here. And I extend my wishes to everyone on Friendship Day. And today I am going to recite a poem in Hindi on friendship only, true friendship. सच्ची दोस्ती एक अनमोल रिश्ता. रिश्ते तो मिलते हैं जन्म से, रिश्ते तो मिलते हैं जन्म से, पर दोस्त वो है जो दिल चुनता है, पर दोस्त वो है जो दिल चुनता है. जैसे रेत में पानी का एक तुपका जो सूखे मन को भी सींच जाता है, जो सूखे मन को भी सींच जाता है. नहीं मायने रखता धर्म, जात पात या उनका ठिकाना, नहीं मायने रखता धर्म, जात पात या उनका ठिकाना, पर उनमें ताकत है दिल को हर मोड़ पे समझ जाना, पर उनमें ताकत है दिल को हर मोड़ पे समझ जाना. जब लफ्ज गूंगे हो जाए, जब लफ्ज गूंगे हो जाए, तो दोस्त की खामोशी भी दवा बन जाए, तो दोस्त की खामोशी भी दवा बन जाए. वो आईना है, वो आईना है जो सच दिखाते हैं. गिर पड़ने पर वो ही है जो पकड़कर ऊपर उठाते हैं. गिर पड़ने पर वो ही है जो पकड़कर ऊपर उठाते हैं. जो आंसू पी जाए मुस्कान से, जो आंसू पी जाए मुस्कान से, हर एहसास को समझ जाए अपने प्यार से, हर एहसास को समझ जाए अपने प्यार से. मुश्किलें जब जब आपके सामने आए, मुश्किलें जब जब आपके सामने आए, तो दोस्त ही उम्मीद की रोशनी बन जाए, तो दोस्त ही उम्मीद की रोशनी बन जाए. वो सूरज नहीं जो दूर से चमके, वो सूरज नहीं जो दूर से चमके, वो तो दिए हैं, वो तो दिए हैं जो अंधेरों में आपके साथ जले, जो अंधेरों में आपके साथ जले. परछाई बन जब दुनिया छूटे, परछाई बन जब दुनिया छूटे, वो हाथ और कंधा दे जब हिम्मत टूटे, वो हाथ और कंधा दे जब हिम्मत टूटे. ना दिखावा ना डर, ना दिखावा ना डर, बस साथ चले चाहे जैसा भी हो सफर, साथ चले, चाहे जैसा भी हो सफर। जो ख्वाब अधूरे से लगे, जो ख्वाब अधूरे से लगे, वो पंख बन उन्हें उड़ान दे, वो पंख बन उन्हें उड़ान दे। दोस्त ना खून से ना नाम से, ना खून से ना नाम से, पर रूह से जुड़े हुए एक अनोखे प्रमाण से, पर रूह से जुड़े हुए एक अनोखे प्रमाण से। थैंक यू।
बहुत प्रस्तुति आपकी बहुत खूब उम्दा प्रस्तुति मैम। ऐसे जैसे मीना मैम ने निर्वचन दी थी, ऐसे ही आपने भी उसका एक्सटेंशन किया, तो बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे। बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा, वेरी स्मूथ एंड वेरी नीट। प्लीज गिव इट अप फॉर मिस सतिंदर कौर। Thank you, ma'am. That's really beautiful. Please please welcome Mr. Dr. Radhasri.
Namaste, sir. I am very much thankful to you, our Prasanna Kumar, for giving me this opportunity. Today is International Friendship Day. Sneham me pranamanuchu, sneham me deepamanuchu, chinmaya vruttin, sneham me modamanuchu, sneha dinotsawamunandu chechedanatulan. Meaning, friendship is the light in the life. Friendship itself is a life to the person. Friendship will give more and more happiness. So on this International Friendship Day, I am taking oath to live in friendship only. This is the meaning of the poem. Now, I am rendering one poem. Nirikshana. Ni means waiting, unending waiting for what we will see. ఈ సువిశాల వృక్షవాటిక ముఖంగణ సీమలో నిర్జీవ హిమమయ శిశిర ఋతువులో పుట్టుకొస్తున్నాయి కుక్క గొడుగులు. వైధవ్యం పొందిన వనితల, వైఫల్యం పొందిన మంచిలా, జడత్వం నిండిన జాతిలా మోడువారిందా తరుసీమ. అందుకే ఈ వసంతకాలం రావాలని, ఈ చీడలను వదిలించి, ఈ పీడలను తొలగించి, వసంతకాలంలో ఒకే ఒక్క మామిడి చెట్టు వెయ్యాలని, తద్భూరుహ పల్లవగ్రాస కషాయ కోమల కలకంఠమెత్తి ఆ గున్నమావి గుబురులో మత్తు మత్తుగా మెత్త మెత్తగా వేల వేల కోయిలలు కూయాలని, ఆ మంగళ మంజుల మధుకర ధ్వనిలో స్వరఝరిలో మధురిమలో నన్ను నేనే మరచిపోవాలని, అందుకై వివాహం చేసుకున్న వితంతువులా, జాగృతి నొందిన జాతిలా, విప్లవానికి సూచికలా, చైతన్యానికి ప్రతీకలా, వాడిన మోడు సైతం చివురుటాకులు తొడిగి ముచ్చటలచ్చుబడినట్లు పచ్చ పచ్చగా ఉండే నవ వసంతానికి ప్రతి కాకి ఓ కోయిలలా, ప్రతి బీజం ఓ భూజంలా మార్పు చెందే దశ దిశాంత దిగంత శత సహస్ర సుమ సుగంధ భరిత అద్భుత రస వసంతానికి స్వాగతం చెప్పాలని నేను నిరీక్షిస్తున్నాను. Meaning, this is a great garden, but all the trees have gone, all even plants have gone. Now it is looking like a barren ground, because the time is like this. Now it is winter season and spring will come. At that time, I will remove all these small things, and I will plant all a garden with full of roses and with full of mangoes. For that, I am waiting and waiting. Means it is a symbolic poem. Society is like this. All good people have gone. Now it is filled with people with all politics. So we will remove all the politicians who are doing bad to the country, bad to the nation, bad to the human society, and make the society with all people with patriotism and love. For that, I am waiting. It is becoming an unending waiting. This is the meaning of the poem. Thank you, sir.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. The way you ended, the way you recited is something marvelous. I mean, the flow, you know. What a flow. Excellent.
Thanks,
Yes.
sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Please give it up for Dr. Radhashri. Please welcome Pamela Walsh. Joining
Hello,
us first
everybody.
time, Pamela. We love to have you. Please welcome Miss Pamela Walsh.
I do not have a friendship poem prepared, but I have I Am Water. I am a river, sometimes deep and calm, sometimes chaotic, wild, and dangerous. And though the banks contain me, I carved them out of stone and earth. I chose my shape and course. I am salty oceans full of life and death. In deadly tsunamis, I reproach earth, swallowing what is temporary. And on gentler tides, I show boundless beauty that inspires awe, fear, and quiet reflection. I am water drawn into the sky as clouds. I filter the sun and tease the moon, and though the wind shape me, I am free. In torrents and storms or gentle showers, I fall to the earth once again. I replenish and nourish and destroy, each in their own time and place, unconcerned with the will of others.
How beautiful, how she's you're free, undoubtedly, like a breeze that flows. You're free. Pamela Walsh has joined us for the first time. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. I wish she would continue, coming and sharing her quizzes in the due course in coming sessions. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, and thank you, Whisper, for introducing Pamela to this platform. And thank you, Richard, in turn.
Thank you
Yes,
very much for allowing me to share.
thank you. Such an honor to have you. Please welcome Miss Millie Das.
Hello. Good evening. Happy Friendship Day to all of you. Today's poem. Hello, can you hear me?
Ma'am, you need to raise your volume.
Hello.
Please raise your volume.
Okay. My today's poem.
Yeah, please raise your mic volume on.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead, ma'am.
Happy Friendship Day to all of you. My today's poem. We weave our lives together. You are my heaven, my guiding light, the missing piece that makes me whole tonight. In your eyes, my heart finds a home. With you, I am never alone. Your touch ignites the burning fire, melting my fears, my heart's desire. Your love is my shelter, my peaceful nest. With you, I am at my best. We dance in sync, our hearts beating as one. Our love is a symphony, forever on. In your arms, I find my peaceful place. With you, my love, I smile at life's face. You are my best friend, my partner true. Together, our life will forever shine through. You are my soulmate, my heart's delight. Forever and always, my love will ignite. Thank you so much.
Very beautiful and short and sweet piece, ma'am. Beautiful. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Miss Millie Das. Please welcome Colonel Gopal Purgani. Sir, please unmute your mic. Sir, it's not audible. Please mute your. Yes, please. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. We can't hear you, sir. Please raise your volume or something. If you are. You can raise your volume. Please log out and log in, sir, please. Maybe that helps in adjusting the volume more. Okay, please welcome Miss Rachna. In meantime, you could just log in and log out, sir, please. Yeah. Ma'am, go
Hello,
ahead, ma'am.
yeah, hello. This is Rachna Joshi here. I thought I would read a poem from my new book, which is called Yoga and Poetry. And it's really about how I've been doing yoga for a year now, and it helps me write poetry somehow. I get inspiration. So I've just written a poem called Yoga and Poetry. Doing halasan and nokasan, cycling and squats, crunches, push-ups and sit-ups, sarvangasan and pavan muktasan, surya namaskar, pranayam and om chanting, breathing and saying shanti, a unique blend of yoga and poetry.
That's it, ma'am. Unique blend
Yeah,
of.
I thought I would read only one poem. Otherwise, I don't know what to read about on Friendship Day, you know.
That's okay. That's okay. You could share any of the pieces.
So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please hold on, sir. Please hold on.
so did I read my poem Rasagullas earlier in this forum?
I don't exactly, recall.
So it's
Please,
called Rasagullas.
please go ahead, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Ensconced in my balcony in Nirala Nagar, I can hear the street vendors call out Rasagullas. Sitting on the roof, I work on mathematical problems of statics and dynamics, and hear the neighbors' wives fighting with each other. Amma working till 2 a.m. on her PhD on Dame Ivy Compton Burnett. On the ground floor, Tutu and Tutai are playing badminton and talking of fast cars and saying cheers.
Rashogulla, yes.
Should I read another poem?
That's okay, ma'am. Two only, maximum two, one and maximum two.
Okay.
Thank you for joining, ma'am. And happy Friendship Day to you. And really, all right. Please welcome Dr. Colonel Gopal Purdani. Please give a round of applause to Miss Rachna Joshi, ma'am. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Gopal, sir, please go ahead, sir. Gopal, sir, please unmute. Sir, you could maybe you could remove your headphone and you could start, reading directly into the phone or something or laptop, whatever it is.
Can I start, sir, now?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
I'm reciting a poem on Rakhi. Rakhi, which is tied and imagined by a small little girl, about 4 years or 3 years old girl. What she imagines, and what I'm going to request her what all to imagine. A poet of my age, which is more than 80, what he wants to tell the small little girl, what should she remember? What should she imagine? In that, I ask, बच्चों क्या तुमने देखा है परियों का वो सुंदर गांव बच्चों क्या तुमने देखा है परियों का वो सुंदर गांव जिससे आंगन में बसती है वृक्षों की ठंडी ठंडी छांव जहां हजारों रंगीन तितलियां उड़े नाचे गाएं भुमरे और छोटे छोटे पंछी मंद मंद गीत सुनाएं जहां खिली सी पूनम रात्रि चंदा की किरणें लहराएं कोमल अनछुए अंजों को हवा की परतें छू छू जाएं जहां किसी का राजा भैया छोटी से राखी बंधवाए हम जो भी हमारे घर में छोटी बहन होती है बेटी होती है उसको हम छोटी बोलते हैं उसका कोई नाम नहीं बता जहां किसी का राजा भैया छोटी से राखी बंधवाए इधर धनुष के झूलों पर बैठी परियों का आंचल लहराए महाप्रेम का चुंबन बनकर बड़े भैया का को पास बुलाए मेरे सपनों की धरती पर ऐसा ही एक गांव बसता है मेरे सपनों की धरती पर एक ऐसा ही गांव बसता है जहां बस जाने की इच्छा से मेरा मन तरसता है बच्चों तुम भी अपने सपनों में बच्चों तुम भी अपने सपनों में ऐसा ही एक गांव बसाना ऐसा ही एक गांव बसाना ऐसे गांव से भरा हुआ अपना पूर्ण विश्व पहाड़ और पूरा विश्व जो है वो ऐसा होना चाहिए जिसमें एक कोमल छोटे भोले से बच्चे की सब सपने हो बहुत होगा उसका
बिल्कुल सर बिल्कुल आपके बातों से सहमत हूँ और बहुत खूब आपने पेश किया उसके लिए बहुत शुक्रिया सर happy friendship day to you and happy Rakhi to you too. Thank you for making it in the back end of the session. But yes, it was lovely to have you always. Please give it up for Dr. Colonel Gopal Purdhani sir. So that brings us to the end of the event today. For we have had a beautiful session, sharing and thinking and about the poetry of friendship and also about the children and the war affected children. Something. I have a small piece dedicating the friends that helped me in writing. So friends, who are they? I attribute my writing skills to the one who nudged me to pen the verses. They always were behind, pushing me further to go ahead to pirouette with ink and quill. I'm no poet, nor a creative thought. Scribbled I the words to amuse my senses, eventually liked by the blossoms of poetry. Encouraged by their comments, moved a step, clung to the thoughts, put down mighty pen, pinned down the feelings on the parchment, which I never even in the wildest imagination dreamt of scrambling weird musings. Breaking hell loose, I continued my travel, gnashing the reader's smile. Hardly know of meaning of meter, measure the hearts of my newfound buddies, who patted my back with a due recognition, boosting my morale, made me scale the escarpments with the tethers of alphabets. No lyrical ballads saw the light, but the imagery of writings made me a mock with resonance that reverberated to celebrate the joy of penning a flout. And the beating of the heart made a thumping noise that turned my breath with a cadence of rhyme and rhythm. And this turn around of mine is dedicated to my respected pals, who would remain in the nook of my soul always and ever. This piece was written in the year 2020, maybe like 6 years back or 5 years back. Happy Friendship Day to you all, my dear friends. Thank you for being part of this show, and thank you, Shilpi ma'am. Remember, we are there for you, always. And Meena ma'am, Millie ma'am.
Thank you, Prasanna. Lovely. Your poem was also very nice.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the arrangement, my friend.
Ma'am.
And love you all. Happy Friendship Day.
Happy Friendship Day. Happy.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.